Hey everybody, Mr. G here. I haven't been able to be at school past couple of days, so we're getting behind. I won't be here today. I won't be there tomorrow. I won't be back till maybe Monday. So we need to get caught up because we're behind. So had to make the video. I know you don't like the video, but it's the only way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do lesson 6 and 7 today, but I'm going to skip over a few things. So I just need you to keep up with me because we're going to have to do the 2 lessons. Okay. So let's get started. Today we will rotate strip diagrams vertically. All that means is strip diagram. We know what a strip diagram is. We're just going to flip it going up and down instead of going side to side. Okay. That's all we're going to do. All right, here we go. So get your journal out. I want you to get your journal out. I want you to draw this. And then I want you to label it. Okay. So we'll do the first one together. Okay. You can pause it if you need to pause it. I'm just going to keep going. Okay. So I've got 0 and then I have 16. But they want to know what's halfway between 0 and 16. Well, 8. So now we know we're counting by 8s. So it's 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, 56, 64, 72, 80. Okay, we're just counting by 8s. Okay. Now they didn't give us the first number. They asked us what was halfway between 8 and 16. So that's how we would know that. Okay, that's how we would know because there's a 0, then we have the line, and then 16. Well, the line here represents halfway between 0 and 16. So it would be 8. There you go. Okay, again, if you need to pause it to write down what you need to write down. Okay. All right, the next one. Next one, you don't have to draw it. You don't have to draw it. Just follow along with me, okay? I want you saying it with me, okay? So we have 0 and we have 12. They want to know what is halfway between 0 and 12. What's half of 12? 6. And then we have 12, and then we have 24. What's between 12 and 24? 18. So what are we counting by? We're counting by 6. So 24, 36. In between would be 30, 48. In between 36 and 48 would be 42, 60. In between 48 and 60 would be 54. So all they're doing is we're still counting by 6, and they're actually skipping 1. Okay, so that's all they're doing. Okay, all right, let's move on. Okay, I want you to copy this in your journal. Copy this in your journal. It says each unit in the strip diagram has a value of 4. Write a multiplication sentence that represents the total value of the strip diagram. What is the total value of the strip diagram? So we know each unit has a value of 4. Okay. Now, they want to know the total value, and they want us to write a multiplication sentence or equation. Okay. So I know I have 4. How many 4s do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 4 times 7 equals 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28. 28. Okay, so the total value of the strip diagram is 28 units. Okay. That's all we have to do. Okay, now we're going to do just one more and then we're going to move on. Okay, so draw it again. Now we'll be checking your journal, so please do this. Draw this again. This time, we're going to use the number 7. So each unit has 7. So our multiplication equation would be the number we have, which is 7 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're counting by sevens. 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49. 49. What is the total value of the strip diagram? 49 units. Now remember, if I'm going too fast, I understand. Pause it. Write down what you need to write down. Okay? All right, moving on. And I'm going quicker because I need to cover 2 lessons because we're behind. Okay? So that's that. All right, just look at this one. You don't have to draw it. You don't have to draw it. Okay? What is the value of each unit in strip diagrams A and B? Write a multiplication sentence that represents the total value of a strip diagram. So all I want you to do is, in your journal, I want you to write A, and I want you to write B, and then I want you to write the multiplication sentence for each one. Multiplication for each one. Pause the video and do it, and then start it to check your answer. Really, stop it, write it, and then play it to check it. So A has the number 8, and we have 4 of them. B, we have the number 8 again, and we have 7 of them. So I'm just counting by 8s. 8, 16, 24, 32. 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, 56. So 8 times 4 equals 32, and 8 times 7 equals 56. Okay? Again, if I'm going too fast, pause it, rewind it, whatever you need to do. All right. Oops, sorry. Did that. Did we? Yes. Okay, what is the total value of both strip diagrams? Both strip diagrams. Well, we know here we did 8 times 4, which was 32. Here we did 8 times 7, and that was 56. How do I find the total value of both strip diagrams? Well, I have to add. So 56 plus 32, 6, 7, 8, 5, 6, 7, 8, 88. 88 what? Units. Okay. All right. Here we go. How many more units of 8 are in strip diagram B than in strip diagram A? Okay. How many more in A than B, or B than A? So we know that B has more, which is 56. And we know A has 32. They want to know how many more. Now we already found the total value. Now we're finding out how many more. So we have to subtract. Remember, you can count up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. 24 units. You should be writing this in your journal. You should be writing this in your journal. I will do journal checks. All right, let's continue. Learn book. Get your learn book. Page 227. Page 227 is right up here, right up here. 227, 227. Okay. All right, here we go. Word problem, we're going to be using RDW. Here we go. Risha played in 3 basketball games. She scored 12 points in game 1, 8 points in game 2, and 16 points in game 3. Each basket that she made was worth 2 points. She uses strip diagrams with a unit size of 2 to represent the points she scored in each game. How many total units of 2 does it take to represent the units she scored in all 3 games? Ooh, that's a lot. Okay, so we read it. Now we have to draw. But first we have to figure out what we need to draw. So we know she scored 12 games in game 1. 8 points in game 2. And 16 points in game 3. We also know that each basket is worth 2 points. She uses a strip diagram with the unit size of 2 to represent the points she scored in each game. They want to know how many total units of 2 does it take to represent the points that she scored in all 3 games. Okay, so we're going to go with game 1. So I'm going to put G1 for game 1. She scored 12 points. So that means we're counting by 2s till we get to 12. So it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So now I can just make my strip diagram. I don't have to just guess how many I need. If I do my numbers first, and then I can draw my strip diagram on it. Okay. And we know that all of this is 12 points. Okay. Now, how many units is that? How many units is that? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 6 units. 6 units. Okay. Next, we have to do game 2. Okay. Same thing. We're still counting by 2s. Game 2, she made 8 points. So it's 2, 4, 6, 8. Now, the only reason this works is because they told us how many points she used for each unit size, which is 2. Okay. We know this total is 8 points. And it is 4 units. Now we need game 3. Game 3, she scored 16 points. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Okay, so we know this total is 16 points. And this is 8 units. Okay, now, again, if I'm going too fast, I know I'm trying to hurry and finish. Pause it if you need to write. Okay. Now, we can check off the D because we drew. Now all we have to do is write. So I'm going to erase everything so that I can write. So if you need to copy still, pause it, finish copying, and then continue. Okay, here we go. So they wanted to know how many total units of 2 does it take to represent the points she scored in all 3 games. So it was total units of 2 was 6 plus 4 plus 8. That equals 18 units. Okay, so 18 units. Sorry, not 18. Sorry. 18 total units of 2 equals points scored. Okay. All right. I'm going to erase again. Or sorry, let's finish we wrote. I'm going to erase again. Pause it so you can finish copying. Okay, this is what it should look like. Don't worry about copying that exactly like it is. Just copy it the way I did it before. Okay, I kind of put that a little shorter so you don't have to write as much. Okay, so just go on. Okay, here we go. All right, now here, it's just going to be a lot of listening. Okay, a lot of listening unless I say draw. Here we go. Now, if we write strip diagrams like this, if we write them like this, okay, if we have them like this, all they're going to do now is they're going to flip those up and down. So we're going to go from horizontal, which means side to side, to vertical, which means up and down. Okay. Now, if we were to erase the lines and turn the numbers the way they should be, then this would look just like the graphs that we did yesterday. Okay. Or Monday. Yes, Monday. It was Monday. Okay. Okay, so put your finger on the strip that shows data about game 1. Game 1. If we remember, for game 1, she did 12 points. So this would be game 1. Okay. If we go back, we have game 2 was 8 points. And we have game 3. Okay. Now the equations would be the same. Okay. There would be no difference in the equations. It would be the same as we did earlier. Okay. Okay, we did these already. Now, suppose each unit has a value of 4 points instead of 2 points. Okay, so in other words, it's 4 points in the strip diagram instead of 2. Okay, how many units should I draw to represent Risha's points in game 1? And how do we know? This is what game 1 would look like. Why? Because now we're counting by 4s, okay, instead of 2s. She scored 12 points in game 1. So now instead of doing 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, we're using 4 now. Okay, so it would be less. It would be just 3. Now we do the same thing for 2 and 3. Okay, game 2 she scored 8. So instead of it being 2, 4, 6, 8, it's 4, 8, because now we're counting value of 4 points. Okay. Game 3, same thing. She scored 16, counting by 4s, 4, 8, 12, 16, instead of using 2s. Okay, so remember I told you the numbers are going to get bigger, so they're starting to get a little bit bigger. Then they want to know how many total units of 4 does it take to represent the points Risha scored in all 3 games? It's the same amount. Okay, because the point amounts didn't change. The only thing that changed is our strip diagram and the number that goes in the units. So, but it's the same amount. All right. So we take fewer boxes, fewer units, because we're using a bigger number. We're using 4 instead of 2. Okay. Get that. Learn book, page 229. Learn book, page 229 and 230. 229, 230. Okay. All right, here we go. Gonna switch over. Here we go. Now the page on mine is going to be different. Of course, I know my book's dipping the ears, so don't worry about that. Okay, and I'm on the wrong one. No, I was the right one. Okay. See, I don't have you here to remind me. I have to figure it out myself. So, okay, here we go. Number 1. Find the total number of stamps each student has. Draw strip diagrams with a unit size of 4 to show the number of stamps each student has. The first one has been done for you. Okay, so look at the first one. Then you did Dana. Okay, we're using 4 for each one. So we know that there's 4, 4, 4, and 4. So we need 4 of 4. Which would be 4, 8, 12, 16. Okay, now we have to do the rest. So let's look at Tanisha. Tanisha, there's 4 and 4. So we need 2 of 4. Because there's only 2 rows, right? So that would be 4, 8. Raquel, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, counting by 4s. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. And the last one is 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm going to draw 8 of them. And I should have drawn the 4s first. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's okay. Now label 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 30, 36. Okay. Now, I did forget to do one thing first. Can anybody guess what it was? One thing I forgot to do first. The very first thing I should have done here was look at the key. I got lucky because each one represents 1, so we're okay. Okay. All right, now let's go to number 2. Explain how you can create vertical strip diagrams to show this data. Okay, so what can we do? How can we show them with vertical strip diagrams? That means up and down. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so all I would have to do is flip these vertically. So instead of horizontal side to side, they will look like this. Okay, that's it. That's all I would do. Is the same thing. It's the same amount. Nothing changes. The amount doesn't change. It stays the same. All you do is flip it vertically instead of horizontal. Okay. All right, next page. Okay, complete the vertical strip diagrams below using the data from problem 1. So here we're actually going to do it. So Tanisha had 6 4s, so that's what I'm going to do. Say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and then we have Raquel had. Oh, I did that wrong, didn't I? Sure did. Okay, I messed that up. They did the first one for us, and then I skipped the other one. So Tanisha is actually 2 4s. And then this one is the 6th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And then Anna had 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and you label it the same. So it's 4, 8, 12, 16, 4, 8, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 20, oops, all right, 20, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32. Okay, so see how it looks the same? Same information. And actually, I messed this up. Wow. Lots of mistakes today. 30. Is that right? That's not right. 12, 16, 20, 24. Wow, I really messed that one up. I hope somebody caught that. 24, 28, 32. Wow. All right. Well, I messed that one up. That's okay. Let's keep going. B. Now, if you look at B, B's different. They're using 8s. Okay? They're using 8s. So we have to switch that up. What's the difference? It's going to be pretty much half of what we already did. So Tanisha had a total of 8. So we only need 8. Raquel had 24. So we need 8, 16, 24, 23. Anna had 32, 8, 16, 24, 32. And there you go. Oh, I did that one wrong too. Oh my goodness. That's what happens when you don't go to school. 8, 16, 24, 32. See, I'm telling you, this is what happens when you don't go to school. You forget everything. And I did it again. 8, 16, 24, 32. There we go. Finally got it right. Okay, there it is. Okay, again, am I going too fast? Pause it. Do what you gotta do. Okay. Okay, next. C. What is a good title for the vertical strip diagrams? Remember, pause this if you need to copy it, okay? So what would be a good title? Well, what are we talking about here? We're talking about stamps, right? Well, what about the stamps? Talking about the number of stamps collected. So number, oh my goodness, I know you're not going to be able to read this. The number of stamps collected. Okay. Next, how many total units of 4 are in the vertical strip diagrams in problem 3A? 3A. So let's go to 3A. They want to know the number of vertical strip diagrams there are. So if we count all, if we count all of these square units, they want to know how many there are. There are 20 units of 4. E, how many total units of 8 are in the vertical strip diagram in problem 3B? Now we're talking about 3B. They want to know how many total units. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So half. So there's 10 units of 8. Okay. Now F. So compare your answers to parts D and E. Why does the number of units change? The difference is, we're looking at the difference between 10 and 20 units. The difference is, the larger the number in the unit, the less units. So, let's see, how can we say that? Larger number in units equals less units. There you go. That's not a hashtag. That is not a hashtag. That's a number sign. I hate to break that to you, but that's what it is. G. Mateus looks at the vertical strip diagram in problem 3B and finds the total number of Anna's and Raquel's stamps by writing the equation 7 times 8 equals 56. Explain his thinking. Okay, so he said he's looking at Anna and Raquel's stamps. Okay, so what he did was he counted both of theirs, which one is 3, one is 4. That's a total of 7. So they did 7 times 8 because 8 is the unit. So 7 times 8 is 56. So what he did was he did Anna plus Raquel equaled 7 units. And then he multiplied by 8 to get 56. All right. Okay, that was a lot fast. So pause when you need to pause, copy what you need to copy. Next, you'll go to your exit ticket. Go ahead and tear it out. I'm going to read it to you. I'm not going to help at all. I'm not there, so I really can't help you at all. Do not ask us for help. Do it on your own. Here we go. Put your name and the date. Pause it after reading. Rewind it if you need to. Here we go. The frequency table below shows a survey of the book club's favorite type books. Book club's favorite type of book. Type of book: mystery, biography, fantasy, science fiction. Number of votes: 12, 16, 20, and 8. A. Draw strip diagrams with a unit size of 4 to represent the book club's favorite type of book. Draw a strip diagram with a unit size of 4 to represent the book club's favorite type of book. Favorite type of book. Okay. B. Use your strip diagram to draw vertical strip diagrams that represent the data. Use your strip diagrams to draw vertical strip diagrams that represent the data. keep your exit ticket, keep your exit ticket, keep your exit ticket until we finish lesson 7's exit ticket, and you can turn in lesson 6 and 7 together. You'll turn it into the box where we always do Thursday. Okay? All right, lesson 7, here we go. Today we will create scaled bar graphs. Okay, let's start with money. Say the value of the money. What coin is this? Dime. Yes, how much is a dime worth? 10 cents. So how much money do we have here together in dimes? 20 cents. Okay. What coins are these? Nickels, right? Let me write dime here so we know. This is a nickel. How much is a nickel worth? 5 cents. How much do we have total? 5, 10, 15, 20. 20 cents. What coin is this? Penny. How much is it worth? 1 cent. How much do we have? 1 cent. Okay. Now they want you to write the value of this. So let's just count it. We have 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 41. So we have 41 cents. Okay. Say the value of the bills. What is this bill? $5 bill, right? How much is it worth? $5. What bill is this? $1 bill. How much is it worth? $1. Okay. How much money do I have combined here? $6. Okay. Now we're going to say the value of the money. Okay. This is what we just got done doing. We know we have 41 cents and we know we have $6. So how much is it all together? $6.41. Now let's make sure. I'm going to go ahead and just count it. 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 41, 5, 6. $6.41. Okay. What coins are these? Right. Quarters. How much are they worth? 25 cents. How much do I have total? 50 cents. What coin is this? Nickel. How much is it worth? 5 cents. How much do we have total? 5 cents. What coin is this? Dime. How much is it worth? 10 cents. How much do we have total? 10 cents. Now, let's add it all together. So we know we have 50 because 2 quarters make 50. We can count by tens. 50, 60. Now count by fives. 65. 65 cents. Say the value of the bills. What bill is this? $10 bill. $10 bill. What bill is this? $1 bill. $10 bill is worth $10. $1 bill is worth $1. Not 1 o'clock. Not 1 o'clock. Just $1. Okay. Add them together. I have $11. Okay. Now they want to know the value of all of it. Well, I know over here I had 65 cents. 65 cents. And here I have $11. $11.65. Let's make sure. 25, 50, 60, 65, 10, 11. There it is. $11.65. Okay. Let's get that one. All right. Get your practice book. Practice book, page 79 and 78. Well, you know what? Yeah, let's do it. I was going to say let's not do it, but it's okay. Let's do it. All right. So you have 1 minute to do as many as you can. Okay. Pause it if you need to. Pause it if you need to. Pause it if you need to. All right. Here we go. You got 1 minute to do as many as you can. Go. Okay. Stop. Count. Count how many you got. Or sorry. Just leave it. We're just going to do it. We'll check it later. Okay. Just so we can move on. Go on to the next page. You're going to do it again. For 1 minute again. 1 minute again. Here we go. Ready? Go.
Waddle, waddle, till the very next day. Bum, 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 bum,
Okay, stop. Okay, go ahead and put that book to the side. Put that book away. And let's move on. Okay, here we go. Learn book, page 233. Learn book. 223. Learn book, page 223. Here we go. Remember, pause it when you need to. The vertical strip diagram shows a number of fish in Sal's pet store. A. Find the total number of fish in tank C. Show your work. B. Tank B has a total of 30 fish. Draw the strip diagram for tank B. How many more fish are in tank B than in tanks A and D combined? Okay, so let's look at A. Okay, we're going to do A first. Let me change my color because I know it should be green, right? Oops, nope. Here we go. So A, I'm going to label. So I have 5, 10. Did that backwards, didn't I? Did I? No, it doesn't matter. 5, 10, 15. I have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Just count them by fives. 5, 10, 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, so A, I need to write the equation. Okay, so I know that there are, A says find the total fish in tank C. So we're looking at tank C. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units, and there's 5 in each unit. So there are 25 fish in C. Okay, now let's look at B. B says that he has a total of 30 fish. So I need to count to 30 by 5. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay. They want to know how many units. They want us to draw the strip diagram. Draw the strip diagram for tank B. That's what we did. Okay. There's 6 units of 5 in each one, which equals 30. Let's see. How many more fish in tank B than in tank A and D combined? So we're looking at tank B, and we're looking at tank A and D combined. So first let's do A and D. A has 5, 10, 15. D has 5, 10. That equals 25. Okay, so A and D have 25. That's combined. So we did the combined first. Next, they want to know how many more are there in B than A and D combined. So B has 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So B minus A plus D. Okay, so we did A plus D. B is 30. We said, don't do that. B has 30 minus A plus D together was 25. 30 minus 25. I can't do that. I have to regroup. Go next door. 2, 0 turns into 10. I can count up. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 0. So 5. There are 5 more fish in tank B than in tank A and D combined. Okay. All right. Like I said, if I'm going too fast, I know I am. Pause it. Pause it anytime you need it. Rewind it anytime you need it. Okay. To copy. All right. Here we go. And that's what it should look like, just in case you want to see. Okay. All right. Moving on. All right, let's see. Okay, so we're not going to use different color pencils. You're just going to use the pencil you have. Okay, we're just going to use the pencil we have. Okay, now what we need to do is we need to label this bar graph here and fill it in. So let's see if it does it. Maybe not. Yes. Okay, so take A. If we go back to here, we're going to have to use these numbers, okay? But we already did the work, okay? So we know tank A had 15. But wait a minute, we don't have any numbers anywhere. So let's label our numbers. So we would start with 0. And what were they counting by? 5s. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Okay. And we have the days at the bottom. We have the tank. Okay. We don't have a title. Title would be the number of fish in Sal's pet store. So I'm going to put, you don't have to write this part. Just know that it needs to go there. Okay. Because it's a lot. Number of fish. If you want to write it, that's fine. Number of fish at Sal's pet store. Okay. So tank A had 15. So I'm going to find 15. And I'm going to make my bar. I can fill it in, shade it in, and I have 15. Okay. Tank B had 30. So I'm going to go to 30. Remember, skip one. Go to 30. Draw it. And fill it in. And I had 30. Tank C had 25. Tank D had 10. And tank E had 20. Okay. And that's it for that one. Okay. All right. Oh. Then they show you and do it for you. So I'll move my stuff so you can see how they did it. So they put their 5s. Okay. But then when you shade it in, you can't see the 5s anymore. So you don't have to write the 5s. Just know that each one is 5. Fill it in. What does each square grid represent? 5 fish, right? Because each one of these is 5. So then we'll just, here, well, we did this already. So we labeled on the side. Okay. Tell us how many number of fish, right? The label on each bar tell you what tank it is. Tank A, B, C, D, E. The title, number of fish at Sal's pet store. So if you didn't get this done earlier, you can copy it here also. Okay. So we're going to make a second bar graph from the data. Okay. What do we notice about the labels on this graph? What is the difference here? The difference is we have everything is switched. Title's in the same place. No, sorry. Yeah, the title's in the same place. The number of fish is at the bottom and the tanks are on the side. So they flip the number of fish and the tank. Okay. Everything is still the same. Everything is still the same. Okay. This would be like we were doing the strip diagram vertically up and down, right? This would be like we're doing a regular strip diagram because it's going to go horizontal, side to side. Okay. There it is. There it is. Okay. All right. So graph A, we turn it horizontal. So this is the one we just did. This is the one we did before. This is the one after. All they did was flip it over. Okay. But they're exactly the same. Marcy buys 3 fish from tank C. Write a subtraction sentence to show how many fish are left in tank C. So C has 25. So she has 20. There's 25. She buys 3. Now, if they take away from your total, then you're subtracting 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 2. So there's 22 fish left. 25 minus 3. We write it up and down. We stack it. Okay. does tank C show 22 fish now? Let's look at tank C. Does it show about 22 fish now? Well, here is 20. Here's 25. Is the blue on 22? No, it's too far, right? What about now? The green. Is it 22? No, it's right in the middle. What about the yellow? Yes, now it's 22. Okay. Even though our scale counts by fives, we can still show other values for the bars by drawing the bars in between the numbers on the scale. Alright, so we're going to use graph B to create a number line to show the same information, the empty number line below the graph. Line up. Yeah. Okay, go ahead and draw this. You don't need a ruler. Okay. In your journal, just draw your strip diagram first. Split it. And then to make your number line, this is kind of far, that's why they're using a ruler. But don't put it so far down, and then just line up your lines. Now if you want to use your ruler, okay. But don't play with it. It's not a toy. Okay. Now, once you do that, everything should match up. Now, should the intervals on the number line be labeled with the number of fish or with the tanks? It should be labeled with the number of fish because the number line should show the scale. Go ahead and label the intervals. Okay, so here we go. This is what it should look like. Okay, here we have tank A has 15. So all they did was make their number line and labeled each one 5 because we're counting by fives. Okay, and actually don't do this in your journal. It's fine, just watch. Sorry. So here we have 20. Here we have 10, 25, 30, and 15. All they did on the number line was go from 0 to 35. Why 35? Because the last one is 30, so they went 35. Tank E has 20, so they put a dot and tank E on 20. Same thing for A, B, C, D. Okay. Now, here's what it looks like a little bit closer so you can see it. Okay. Learn book. Page 235. Learn book. Page 235, 237. Okay, here we go. Put your name and the date. Number 1. The frequency table shows the number of students in each class. Number of students in each class, the number of students. Baking 9, sports 16, chorus 13, drama 18. Use the frequency table to color the bar graph. The first one has been done for you. We're not coloring, we're just filling in with our pencil. Just scribbling in with our pencil. So the first one is done for us. The first one is baking. Now, if you notice, look, we have our title here, which is what we need. We have our numbers here on the side. We have what the numbers mean, the number of students. And we have the class. Okay. So the first one is 9. So we have 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Wait a minute. There's no 9. But we know what's in between 8 and 10. 9. So that's why they drew their number there, 9. The bar went up to there where 9 would be. Okay. Sports is 16. So we go up to 16. Draw a line across, draw a line down. Scribble, label. Chorus, 13. Oh, there's another one. There's no 13. But we know 13 is in between 14 and 12. So it's going to be about right here in the middle. Scribble, label. Drama 18. 18. Scribble. 18 label. Okay, and we're done with that part. Now we're going to use that information that we just put into the bar graph and we're going to answer the questions. A, what is the value of each square in the bar graph? What is the value of each square in the bar graph? What am I counting by? Counting by 2's. So the value of each square is 2. Kind of cheating there a little bit. Okay, so that we don't have to write so much. So this would be, if you were writing this in a sentence, the value of each square is 2. Well, actually, yeah, that's fine. B. Write a number sentence to find how many total students are enrolled in classes. Write a number sentence to find how many total students are enrolled in classes. Okay, so they want to know how many total students. Well, there's 2 different ways to do this. Okay, 2 different ways to do this. Depends on how you want to do it. You can take all the numbers and add them together. So we could do 18 plus 13 plus 16 plus 9. Okay. We could use our mental math to do this. I'll try to do it for you. Okay, here we go. So 18 can turn into 20. Remember, we want to make our zeros, mental math. Okay, 20. I use 2, so that would make this an 11. Okay, but there's no 0, so if I want to make this a 0, I took 1 away, so I have to add 1 over here. So that would be 17. But I have a 9, I can make a 0. So I'll make the 9 a 10. And I used 1, so this would be 16. So now, much easier to add. Okay, I'll do it again. 18 I turned into 20. I took 2. That gave me 11 here. But I wanted to make this a 0, so I made it a 10. I took 1 away, so I have to add 1 over here, so this turned into a 17. No, I did that wrong. Did I do that wrong? Okay, I didn't do it wrong, I just explained it wrong, sorry. So 18 I made it to 20, I added 2, so I have to take 2 away from another one, made it an 11. Okay, I took 1 away because I wanted to make 11 into a 0, so I have 1 left. I left 16 the same, and then to make 9 a 10, a 0, I added the 1 from up here. Okay, so now I just add, I got 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 56. So it would be 56 students. Total number of students enrolled in classes is 20. Oh, not 20. I don't know where I got 20 from. I think I'm just tired and sleepy. Is 56. Okay. Now, the other way you could have done it, you just could have added normal. You could have done 18, 13, 16, and 9. And you just could have added normal. Okay, you still would have gotten 56. So that would have been, oops, plus 2, 6. Okay. And actually, there is another way. The other way you could do it is, you counted by 2's. So that would be 2, 4, 6, 8. That's 1, so I'm going to leave it for later. 2, 4, 6, 8. 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, and a 1. 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48, 50, 52, 54, 55, 56. Either way, you get 56. Okay. And C, how many fewer students are in sports than in chorus and baking combined? Write a number of sentences to show you're thinking. You're going to see a lot of these on the STAR test. I'm telling you right now. Okay. It says how many of you are in chorus. Oops, sorry. In chorus and baking combined. Okay. So that means you're going to have 2 here and then just 1 here, but you have to combine these first. So I would always combine first. So chorus and baking. Chorus had 13, baking had 9. So it'd be 13 plus 9, 22. And sports had 16, so it'd be minus 16 equals 6. So the answer would be 6 fewer students in sports than in chorus and baking combined. All right, next page. Number 2. This bar graph shows Kylie savings from February to June and uses a straight edge to help you read the graph. Okay, so here we have Kylie savings, the title. Here we have our numbers. We have our amount in dollars, which is what the numbers are. And we have the months. Okay. Now, the reason that you can use your ruler for this, the reason they're telling you to do that is because they put little marks in between the numbers now. So now you can count by 1. So you can go 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now you can see where exactly the bars are. So the first thing we need to do is go through and label all of them. February has 30. March has 45, 46. April has 20, 21, 22, 23, I think. 23, yes, 23. May has 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, I think. Yes, 34. And June has 40. Okay. So now we labeled. Now everything else is going to come easy. Here we go. How much money did Kyle save in May? How much money did Kyle save in May? Okay, so we look at May, and May says $34. So how much money did Kyle save in May? He saved $34. B, in which months did Kyle save less than $35? Less than $35. So anything less than 35. So we have 30, we have 23, and we have 34. So we're going to say February, April, and May. Okay. C, how much more did Kyle save in June than April? June than April. So June than April. So June was 40. And April was 23. We can stack it. After regroup, go next door. Turns into a 3, turns into a 10. I can count up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3, 1, 1. So he saved $17 more. Okay. And let's look at D. How much more did Cal save in June than April? Write a number sentence to show your thinking. Okay, we did the first part. Let's do the second part. The money Cal saved in April was half the money he saved in March. Why? Because March was 46, April was 23. 23 plus 23 is 46, so that's half. Okay. And number 3. Number 3 says, complete the frequency table below to show the same data given in the bar in problem 2. Problem 2. So all we're doing is writing down here what we wrote up above. So the months went February, March, April, May, that's an M. Do it again. Now somebody's going to complain. May and June. Okay, now the amount in dollars saved. So February was 30. March was 46. April was 23. May was 34. And June was 40. Okay. Now remember, pause anytime you need, rewind whenever you need to get this done. Okay. All right, here we go. Okay, this bar graph shows the number of minutes Charlotte read from Monday through Friday. So we have the title, Charlotte's reading minutes. We have the days here. And we have the number of minutes here. And then we have our number line here. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go through it. I'm going to label. Okay. So Friday, if you look, is in between 20 and 30, which would be 25. Thursday is at 50. Wednesday is at 55. Tuesday is at 50. And Monday is at 50. Okay. So if I look here, what are we counting by? We are counting by tens. So I'm going to make my number line. Start with 0. And it's going to end with 70. And count by tens in between. So see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so many 6 lines. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Okay. So now we need to label our number line. So on Friday we had 25. 25 would be here in between 20 and 30. I put an F for Friday. Thursday was 50, so 50, I'm going to put a TH for Thursday. Now, if you notice, there's more than 150, so let's go ahead and get that out the way. Tuesday was 50, T, and Monday was 50. Now we only have Wednesday left, which is 55. So here's 55, and that was Wednesday. Okay. All right. For use graphs, lines as a ruler to draw, blah, blah, blah. We did that. Don't worry about that. 5. Use a graph or number line to answer the following questions. A. On which day did Charlotte read for the same number of minutes? How many minutes did Charlotte read on those days? Okay. Well, what days did she read the same? It was 50. And the days were Thursday, Tuesday, and Monday. She read 50 minutes. Okay. How many more minutes did Charlotte read on Wednesday than on Friday? Wednesday 55, Friday 25. 55 and 25. I want to know how many more. Subtract. We stack. Zero, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 30 more minutes. Okay. All right. Next is your exit ticket. Okay, pause it, finish that. Go to your exit ticket, put your name and the date. I am going to read it to you, but that's it. Do not ask that stuff for help. Do it yourself. That's what exit ticket is for. The bar graph below shows the students' favorite ice cream flavors. You have the title, flavors, favorite ice cream flavors. You have the flavors here. Number of students here. Okay. Now, if you look at this, this is very similar to this. So maybe you can look at this to help you do this. So label, and then label your number line, and then you answer the questions. A says, use the graph lines as a ruler. Okay, A is just labeling everything. B says, write the number sentence to show the total number of students who voted for butter pecan, vanilla, and chocolate. Total number of students who voted for butter pecan, vanilla, and chocolate. Now, when you finish this, make sure your name and the date is on both of your exit tickets. Okay. Now, just to kind of play with, kind of mess with the sub or whoever you're with. Well, no, let's not do that, because then Mr. G will get in trouble, and I don't want to get in trouble. So that's okay. All right. Good job. I know that was a lot. I know that was long. What you will do now is you will go to ST Math. You will work on ST Math, do the assignments. I will be watching on Go Guardian. I won't be there, of course, today. I won't be there, and tomorrow I won't be there either. And hopefully I'll come back on Monday. Don't worry, I'm okay. I know I told you on Monday that I hurt my back. It's hurt pretty bad, and I can't. It's hard for me to walk. So had to go to the doctor and got some medicine and stuff, and hopefully it gets better by Monday. Miss you guys. We'll see you hopefully on Monday. Hopefully you're on your best behavior. You're doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're not cheating anyone but yourself. Okay, you're only hurting yourself. All right, well, good job. And I will do another one of these for tomorrow. It will be 2 lessons also, so it's going to be long, and I need you to pay attention and do the work. All right.